Morning, we're excited to be able to share a possible solution to one of those problems, and it comes from a local scientist. He's the inventor of a process that he says can turn this polluted water into this pure drinking water. Look at that. Oliver Johnson joins us today along with Leroy Tyler from the Metro Atlanta Black Pages, and that's the publication helping to get the word out about this breakthrough discovery. So thank you for being with us this morning. First, Mr. Johnson, why don't you just tell me about your qualifications as a scientist and a little bit about your background?
Well, sure. Ever since I was a kid, I wanted to be a scientist. So when I was 12 years old, I used to shoot lightning across the bedroom for fun.
That thrilled Mom, I'm sure.
I used to develop explosives, but they got a little bit dangerous. So I decided to do something productive, so I started entering science fairs. When I was age 25, I was the plant manager for a pollution control company after graduating from up north at Thomas Edison College. My majors were chemistry and math.
Well, let's talk a little bit about this discovery then. How did this come about? How did you start? You say you worked for a company that was part of your duties, was handling pollution. How did you come up with a process, though, this water is ugly, man. I got to tell you, that is not attractive at all. And I think we may have some video of that as well. I think that we showed people earlier on in the show this morning of just raw sewage flowing into a plant. How do you come up with clean water out of that?
Well, the way I did it was to approach each problem directly. The main problem is getting rid of the solids quickly, and the waste that is very hard to get rid of that clogs up everything, like toilet paper fibers.
Right.
So I was able to eliminate that in seconds with a new type of clarifier. Once I got rid of that, I use activated carbon, which is usually something you cannot afford to use because it's so expensive. Well, I found a way to regenerate this activated carbon so you can use it over and over. You buy it once. That means the whole city can put all its water through activated carbon and use ozone for disinfection, which don't produce carcinogens like chlorine does. And this is the end product.
And the end product is what we've seen right here is some clean water. And I'm assuming you're going to ask us to all sample that here in a couple of seconds, because I see you brought some glasses. I want to talk to Mr. Tyler, though, for a second. How did the Black Pages get involved in all this?
We had a phone call one day from Mr. Johnson. Seeing as we've been doing this for 20 years, we've been promoting minority businesses, and we had a call saying that I've got some inventions that I'd like to have publicized. And when we saw the scope and magnitude of what he was dealing with, we knew that this man is dealing with something that's going to impact the planet. So from there, we aggressively wanted to help promote him, because we knew it was going to help Atlanta as well as the rest of the world.
All right, Mr. Johnson, we were talking a little bit off camera about some of the organizations and municipalities that are looking into this, but you can't tell us all of them because of certain negotiations and legal reasons. Who can you tell us about that's actually trying this system out right now?
Well, so far, 3 foreign countries have come over. Benin from Africa, Zambia, and Liberia. There are a few very large industrial companies that we're talking to, but since we're in negotiations, we really can't mention who they are. But this will impact everyone globally because usually technology is more expensive when it comes out, and you really can't afford it. It's a premium. Only industrial users could afford it. In this particular case, it's so cheap, even third world countries could afford it who hardly have any money.
And of course, that's just a horrid problem with the spread of disease and so forth in third world countries, the lack of a pure source of drinking water.
Exactly. We probably can eliminate probably 75% of all the waterborne diseases in just a few years using this process.
Well, that's amazing. Did you actually want us to try the water here?
Yes,
you do want to? Okay, well, don't we have a taster for this? Like, Rodney? All right, let's go ahead and just take a quick look at this, and I'll pour. That is just crystal clear. I don't know if you can see that, but that's... And this was...
Sewage.
Really, it was sewer water.
Right.
Okay.
I want to hasten to add that it has been tested.
Oh, okay. Very
It's
good.
lab tested, and it's beyond EPA, EPD standards for cleanliness.
It's actually cleaner, you say, than some of the water that's coming out of our taps.
All of it.
Gentlemen, cheers. And to your new discovery and to 20 years of the Black Pages.